What's up, homie?
I'm back from the grave with some juicy statistics on the world's best Japan game according to the slaves and see if it agrees with the latest gacha game revenue report. I apologize for the lack of updates, but in my defense, Wuthering Waves is so dead that I completely forgot it existed. That is how disappointing the latest patch was. And also because I was busy gambling on other games till yesterday and was dealing with my losses. But anyway, back to the kids' gambling den that is Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves 2.0 is the most heavily advertised gacha game in January. They bought even more ads than Camellya back in November. And the owner of the Kuro slaves even announced their highest one-day revenue since launch. However, their mobile revenue does not reflect this because the owner included the PS5 launch day revenue too. And you know what's good about that? We get to compare PlayStation rankings too. Since the Kuro owner says that Korea is their best performing region, let's take a look at the Korean server rankings. Interesting, you know what? 99% of players are on PC at this point. But let's move on to our next metric, Pull Tracker. Wow, high patch, new region, new story. Moreover, the entire December is a dead month for saving. Can't even match an old patch. Seems like most of the players are getting scammed by the cheaply made skin. Huh. Moving on, now for the official Kuro Games content creator's favorite metric, Google Trends. We shall use the same for games as he did. As you can see, Wuthering Waves' best patch to date is overhyped and fails to even retain half of their peak interest. This is what the industry calls overhyped and underperforming. Absolutely pathetic. Since China has the largest player base and Google is banned in China, we can further support this with popularity rankings on Bilibili, which takes into account overall community engagement. As you can see, even in China, interest is nowhere to be seen. Patch 2.0 is the biggest update, has the most hype, best story, best characters, most expensive 1D textured skin that isn't even modeled in 3D, most heavily advertised patch. Surely the huge hype will be reflected in the revenue and trends, right? We have reached out to an official Kuro slave to ask for his prediction for Wuthering Waves' performance with double character banner plus $50 scam skin.
By the way, tomorrow is a monthly PvP. What are your bets? I like Wuthering Waves. Whoa, top 5, easy.
Notice how the usual Kuro slaves are in denial that they no longer want to look at objective numerical metrics anymore. You may be wondering, does 2.0 even have any content at all? Since we are in a Middle Eastern time zone, we asked one of our Western colleagues, Western, with a hard R, to record what is going on in the West 3 days after the launch of 2.0. As you can see, less than 1/3 of the viewers are actually playing the game at all. We shall end off this session with a comment from a Wuthering Waves esports professional player, Madam Gadiu.
This is what happened to 2.0. This is, like, if you look at these numbers, and you're a WUWA player, and the trajectory that the game is going, and the fact that 2.0, the best patch ever, somehow looks like this, like, bro, wake the fuck up. Like, especially when you're comparing to fucking Zenless Zone Zero. A game that also is like, somehow WUWA shields are like, yeah, let's not compare to Genshin, okay? We can't beat Genshin. At least we're beating Zenless Zone Zero. But look at Zenless Zone Zero. They pulled this off somehow, right? Like, what the fuck is this? You can fucking fly in Wuthering Waves, bro. Right? According to the shields, you can fucking fly now. The fuck 2.0 is peak. It's a whole new game, guys. What happened? The WUWA shields genuinely thought WUWA would pass G-Game this month? They're delusional, bro.